He spoke his truth, and in doing so, he freed himself and gave hope to millions. Later, life gave him something deeper: fatherhood, love, purpose. He used his voice not only to sing, but to protect children, to fight injustice. Fame became a bridge, not a destination. Today, he still stands, not just as a star, but as a symbol of courage, of truth, of becoming whole. From a small island to the entire world. This is not just a story about music. It is a story about becoming yourself. And took his childhood. When his time in the group ended, the spotlight faded, and silence arrived. He moved to New York, alone, searching. He studied acting. He worked on his English. He faced rejection again and again. There were nights filled with doubt, moments where quitting felt easier. But something inside him whispered, "Keep going." Slowly, he found his voice again, through music, through emotion. His Spanish songs touched hearts across Latin America. Not loud success, but steady. Then, 1998, the World Cup. One performance, La Copa de la Vida. And suddenly, the world was watching. 1 year later, one song, Livin la Vida Loca. Everything exploded. Charts were broken, records fell, Latin music became global, and he stood at the center of it all. Not just famous, but historic. Yet, behind the success, there was a secret, a truth he carried alone for years. Fear, expectations, silence. Until 2010, when he chose honesty over hiding. In the world of music, there are voices that come and go. And then, there are voices that stay forever. This is the life journey of Ricky Martin. He was born on December 24th, 1971, in San Juan, Puerto Rico. His name, Enrique Martin Morales. A child surrounded by rhythm, warmth, and Caribbean soul. But life was not always gentle. His parents separated when he was still young, and even then, he learned something important, that pain can become strength. As a boy, he loved to sing, he loved to dance, he loved to perform, as if the stage already belonged to him. At only 9 years old, he auditioned for a famous boy band, Menudo. After rejection after rejection, he was finally chosen, and suddenly, everything changed. Fame arrived too fast, too early. World tours, television, millions of fans, smiles everywhere. But behind the lights, there were rules, pressure, loneliness. A child carrying the weight of an adult world. Menudo gave him discipline,